everybody, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you something that I've been working on for a while. I'm really excited to share it with you, but I'm also really nervous, so please bear with me if I seem a little bit all over the place in this. This is my fourth time trying to record this. It has been a bit of a mess, but it's just because I have nerves about it. Basically, I'm going to be sharing with you a project I've been working on, but to give you a little bit about me first, if you don't know who I am. My name is Sarah, I'm 22, I'm married. I am an artist and I have been struggling with infertility for about a year and 8 months now. That is kind of what started this whole idea that I have. I have an Etsy shop. I will be selling art prints of just regular art that I make and also art that is related to infertility in some way. How this kind of came to be was just that one day I was thinking about infertility and I was wondering if there was any art out there that had to do with infertility, because art is something that's important to me, and you know, I thought that it would be kind of a cool idea to have some sort of representation. So I jumped on Google, jumped on Etsy, and I found a couple of cute shops, but I didn't really find anything like what I had in mind, so I decided to make it myself. I'm really nervous about sharing these pieces with you just because they're important to me, they mean a lot to me, and I hope that they mean as much to you as they do to me. So it's just kind of a vulnerable scenario for me. But basically, I'm excited about this, I prayed about this, and I am just going to share it with you. Really quick, I wanted to mention something about my Etsy shop that I'm pretty excited about. I am going to be pricing my art differently based off of the meaning. So like any of my art that doesn't have to do with infertility, it will be priced at what I would normally price my work at. And then my fertility related art is going to be significantly cheaper. I did not want to create something that you're not going to be able to afford because you're saving up for fertility treatments or, you know, adoption or something, you know, like I just didn't really feel like that would make sense based on the meaning of all of this. So I'm hoping that the price range that I choose to put my fertility prints at will be something that will work well for you. Also, I'm going to be donating 10% of all of my proceeds from my Etsy shop towards a foundation called Love Multiplies. I don't have anything to do with that foundation aside from me wanting to donate towards it. I'm not affiliated with Phil and Alex in any way. I just really believe in what they're doing. It fits well with my shop and the meaning behind it. And if you don't know what Love Multiplies is, I'll link that below. Love Multiplies is a foundation that saves money and they donate it to couples that are either adopting or going through infertility. I think that that's awesome. I think it fits perfectly with the meaning. I totally love Phil and Alex, their YouTube channel, I'll also link that below. It has gotten me through a lot of rough times and I just think that they're super sweet. Love Jesus, I love Jesus, you know, it just kind of like worked really well. Anywho, now it's time to share my art. I don't have anything framed. I'm sorry if that doesn't look very professional. I still have to take the pictures and everything, so it's easy to do without everything like cut down to frame size. So some of the papers look really big in comparison to the piece. And also I just want to say everything is really simple. It is very subtle. I made it that way because not everybody wants to share their infertility with the world, and so I thought, you know, if I were somebody that had loss, that has PCOS or endometriosis or has been struggling to conceive, you know, what would I be willing to put on my wall if I wasn't ready to talk about it yet? You know, like I don't want it to be something that's in your house that somebody walks in and they're like, oh, so you're struggling with this, or, you know, or you're, you know, what does that mean? You know, some people want it private and that's totally fine. So I wanted to respect that and basically make these pieces for everybody, not just the people that decided to share it with the board. So that being said, I hope these very simple, subtle designs make you happy. I don't know, I'm very nervous, I apologize. I'll start with this one since it's already up. If you don't know, the baby that you have after A loss is referred to as a rainbow baby. They say like the rainbow after the storm being like the loss. So I wanted to do a piece that sort of brought that to life. I have a rainbow in here. I know this rainbow is very tiny, but it's a big piece. So when you see it in person, it's very proportionate, I promise. I like this one a lot. It's very different from my other pieces. It's less simple, but I sort of wanted it to be more dramatic. So, yes. The national symbol for infertility is the pineapple, so I thought that I would do a few different pineapple designs. Again, they're very simple. That was intended to be that way. I hope you like them. I'll start. The first one I have is just basic, very like neutral yellow and green colors. Next I have one that is more kind of pink, purple, magenta hues. Kind of reminds me of a raspberry, but my friends say it does look like a pineapple, so I'm taking their word for that. And then also I did a blue one. I kind of had a nursery in mind for these. You know, obviously you can do whatever you want with them, put them wherever you want, but that's just what I was thinking of when I made them. I'm the most nervous to share these three because their meanings are very roughly translated from their support ribbons. So like, you know, there's cancer support ribbon that's pink. Well, the endometriosis support ribbon is yellow, the PCOS support ribbon is teal, and then the infancy and pregnancy loss support ribbon is pink and blue. So I wanted to do a design that was basically like the support ribbons, but isn't so obvious, I guess. So I'll just show you one at a time. And also, these are small in comparison to the paper. The paper's pretty big, but you know, when you order online, it will be scaled towards the size of the paper that you're ordering. I hope that makes sense. But this is, also it will be straight. This is the yellow endometriosis ribbon. When I had this idea, I kind of had like lavender in mind, if that makes sense. So I was going for like a lavender floral look for each of these. I know that lavender is not yellow or blue, but you know, I thought it was a cool idea. I don't know. Anyways, this is the one for infancy and pregnancy loss. This is the first one I did. I think it is really pretty. The meaning is sad, but you know, if you have experienced something like this, it just might be nice to have a reminder that isn't something that's going to start a conversation you don't necessarily want to talk about it, or maybe you do want to talk about it and it works that way too. I don't know. Also, last but not least, I have the ribbon in support of PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's just another design, just like the other two, just different coloring. So these ones are the most simple, but they are my favorite just because I love the meanings, I like the designs. That's just me though, I don't know. So I do have other ideas for art that has to do with the same theme that I plan on uploading in the future and creating in the future. But for right now, this is what I have. I hope that you like them. If you want to check them out on my Etsy shop and see, you know, the exact image that you would be purchasing without me moving around, without any, you know, like color variations from the lighting in this room, go ahead and click through to my Etsy shop. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too all over the place. I also just want to say really quick, my husband, he's been playing Fortnite. He's in the other room. It's been kind of loud, so if you've heard him throughout this video, I apologize. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more content, like, subscribe, comment, all the things. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. My Etsy shop is in the bio below. I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.